It feels like every spring I reach a point where the restlessness settles in. It's always that time where you know that the warm season is on the doorstep, but winter seems like it just won't release its grip. I've always wondered, is it me that's feeling the restlessness, or if I'm sensing the restlessness in nature and the buildup of energy and the excitement of nature for life to come roaring back through the land? Maybe it's a combination of both. It's always interesting to me how modern culture has taught us that spring is when the green arrives, when actually spring is the transition and that liminal time of being between worlds. Since this is our first spring on this land, I'm still learning the language of its seasons and its cycles. And while the buffalo no longer roam freely on these lands, this herd that is kept by a ranch that I passed by felt like such a blessing to witness, because seeing them was the reminder that I needed. I noticed a few of the females of this herd very round and very pregnant. Research has documented that the bison calving season often occurs between mid-April to early July. They reminded me to embrace this time of gestation, to embrace even the restlessness and the pressure that we feel as the earth prepares to give birth to new life.
It's so intense.
We have learned that one of the first big signs of the arrival of spring here in the valley is the arrival of the winds.
It's like you can't see it, but the whole caravan is shaking. It is so intense. Look at the... Or like our water. Everything is shaking.
We were told that the winds can last anywhere from March till May or even June. And because we are settled in the center of the Mountain Valley, they can get really intense.
It's supposed to maybe be like this for like a month or two. I don't know if I can handle that.
You're gonna have to.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous about this wind. I was just sitting here editing and hanging out with the kitty cats, and I knew today was supposed to be windy because we've been kind of keeping an eye on the wind since the other night when we had this crazy windstorm where basically Noel and I did not sleep a wink. The wind was so intense, it howled the whole night until the sun came up, and the whole caravan was shaking. The picture frame on the wall was just like everything was rattling, and it was horrible. So I knew today was supposed to be windy, but I open up my weather app and the first thing that I see is that there's a severe weather alert for the wind, and it says that there is a significant threat to life and property, and I'm like, holy cow. So I look and it says that the winds are expected to be 30 to 40 miles per hour with gusts up to 65 miles per hour. So the other night we were guesstimating that the wind speeds were about 55 miles per hour. And I say guesstimating because we live out in the middle of nowhere, and there's no weather for this immediate area. There's only weather for two towns that are kind of far away, and they're in a very different location in that they are nestled up against the mountains. This is the thing that I'm worried about. Out here, we're surrounded by mountains, but we're in the open mesa. We're kind of like in the valley. We found that the weather here is always a lot more extreme than what is predicted for these two towns because they have the protection of the mountains. When we look at the weather, if they say, oh, it's gonna be 15 degrees in this town, we know that here it's actually gonna be like 5 degrees or -1. There's a significant temperature difference. And we've also learned that when it comes to wind, that if they say like, oh, it's probably like 15 miles per hour over here, that here we're actually gonna have significant winds. And that's what's really worrying me. So it's predicted to be 65 miles per hour for this town that is protected by the mountains. What does that mean for here? So because, you know, the whole caravan was shaking the other night, I decided to look up what the maximum wind speeds that an RV can handle before, you know, you have to worry about being tipped over. And it said 75 miles per hour. So I actually just did a little Googling. I did not know this, but tropical storm wind speeds are 39 to 73 miles per hour. So we're technically gonna have tropical storm level speeds And then a hurricane is 74 to 95. A category 1 hurricane is 74 to 95 miles per hour. So it's gonna be 65 in that town. If it's just even 10 miles per hour faster than against the mountains, which has gotta be. I mean, it's always so much more intense here. That's category 1 hurricane level speeds here. I don't really know what to do. So the wind is picking up. This isn't something that we ever really thought about. I mean, we did consider the wind when we angled her, because we heard that most of the winds blow southwest here, so we angled her so that the southwest winds hit us head on, which is good, so they're not hitting our side. And it does look like it is blowing that way. But I just don't know if the winds are gonna change, and to know that we could possibly tip over. I know that I've seen people put straw bales around their caravans to block the wind, but like, we don't have that. This is really intense. It's a really big energy to handle. It's kind of a lot of stimulation to handle that's very unnerving and unsettling. My energy just feels super dispersed. It's also like an all-consuming sound. Like, if you've ever gone camping in a tent and been through a windstorm and just that flapping, it's kind of like that. And it's also a little bit like being in a boat. It's kind of what it feels like. So Noel did get back to me and he was like, I think we're gonna be fine. Well, I'm gonna get back to editing, and we'll see how this goes. Definitely gotten worse since the sun has gone down. Before it was just kind of like pretty consistent, but now it's like consistent super big gusts. I actually went into town. Noel's worked a big day. I've been editing all day, so we got some pizzas, but I also like needed a break from the wind. It's really overwhelming. So yeah, I got a little fire going, just waiting for Noel to get back. Candle for some cozy ambiance. Definitely thinking that Noel and I are not going to sleep very well tonight. Because I mean, when we had the wind the other night, it was less than this, and it would be like you'd kind of get used to it and you'd start falling asleep, and then a big gust would come and just like shake the whole caravan. So don't really know if I'm gonna sleep much tonight. It's funny, it's like, even though I know the wall, like, we're not gonna just blow away, it's still really nerve-wracking.
In order to be more at ease while the winds howled outside and the caravan shook, I just turned on some nice music and focused on cleaning the house while comforting the kitties.
You little nervous whale. Got a little fire going. It's bad. It's really bad. Look at, okay, so Noel got takeout. Look at how much that is shaking. And a lot of the plastic that we have on the windows got ripped from just expanding and contracting so much. It makes it a lot more dramatic, I think. Oh my God. We made it. My face is really puffy. I'm really exhausted. I don't think I slept more than... The wind died down at around, I want to say like 2 a.m. and then it came back with a gusto at like 2:45. I'm so bummed. We lost 4 8x4 foam boards that we were going to use to create like skirting around the bottom. We put cement board. We had put multiple huge like boulders on top of the cement board, but the winds last night were insane. All blew away. It was like $120 worth of foam board, which I've accepted that we've lost them. I'm just like really hoping it didn't just like litter the landscape. Both of the nearest towns, the electricity went out. We luckily didn't lose electricity, but yeah, the winds were measured at like around 65 miles per hour there, and so I'm convinced it probably got up higher here. Since we are kind of in a valley here, it acts a bit like a wind tunnel. So, but really grateful we're okay. You know, nobody got hurt. Nothing's wrong with the caravan. The kitties were pretty freaked out too. I spent most of the night just holding Bubba and Lil and petting them profusely. I talked to some of our friends that live in this area, and they were saying that in the years that they've been here, they've never seen anything quite like that. So even though we know that the winds are like a big deal in this area, it's a sign of spring, of new energy coming in. I'm kind of relieved to hear that it's not normally like that. And fingers crossed that moving forward, that's the last of the hurricane level windstorms that we have. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to editing. But yeah, we survived the hurricane in the mountains. Who would have thought? It's wild. Just a moment ago, we heard thunder.
It wasn't long before the spring quickened even more, and we entered that classic time of year where within one day you experience the weather of all 4 seasons in the span of an afternoon.
Look at this storm. It's just, that's wild. I don't think I've seen anything quite like that.
No, it's so contained.
Yeah, it's just right, and it's sunny everywhere else. Wow, that's so cool.
On a walk one day, I stumbled upon a pair of golden eagles that were tending to their massive nest in the cottonwood trees. I couldn't tell whether she had already laid her eggs or they were just preparing the nest, but I was so excited to now have this to witness, and I couldn't wait to watch their progress. It's just such a special and beautiful thing to witness these beautiful birds. And every time I went on a walk, I would check on how they were doing.
Another video upload!
I was so grateful when the weather slowly started getting warmer because it made my trips to the library definitely a little bit easier than how it had been in the winter, where I would just sit there shivering in the cold as my video uploaded.
There it is. Oh my god.
I was just walking back from the laundry and there's these little yellow flowers and I saw this butterfly. Hi. Oh my god, I could cry. Oh, there you are. Hi. Oh, you're so precious. Oh my god. Oh, you found the flowers. Gosh, nature is so amazing. Oh, hi. Can I get close? Oh, no. Oh my god. As I was following the butterfly, I started finding all of these tiny, precious flowers. Hello. Oh, so magic. Oh, I don't know where the butterfly went. Oh, that was so special. Oh, there you are. Hi, look at you go. Oh, this is my first butterfly of this season. Oh, I seriously think I might cry. You're so beautiful. Oh. Oh, it's kind of windy. I hope you can hear that. Okay, so you can't really see me, but it's the equinox. And, oh, you can also hear an owl. But there's a bird that we haven't heard since last summer. You can hear the owl. But the killdeer are back. They're these precious little birds. And today being the equinox, it's the first time we've heard them. And it was just so beautiful and so excited and so happy to hear them again. Oh, I don't hear them now. Oh, wow. It's the equinox. How is it the equinox? Changes it so much. It feels so open and free. It's crazy. Noel and I were just talking about how, like, there was no fence there. Like the
posts were there.
The posts were there, but the barbed wire was down. But once you removed it, suddenly it became so clear that, like, even though there was no fence there, in our minds, it had created an imaginary line.
Boundary, yeah.
And a boundary. And now it just feels so open. Wow. That's so powerful, you know?
How we just kind of construct boundaries for ourselves.
Yeah.
With lines that aren't really there.
Yeah, exactly. So I used to think of this as like part of an area that we could use, and then that was like the field. And then you take the boundary down, it's like, oh, it's all
the whole thing.
The whole thing. Do we want a fixed table though? Like, we could just mimic that design and then have something that folds away, because it would fold flat.
Hey, Bunny.
So we are actually getting ready and packing up to go on a little trip. We're gonna go see my mom for a little bit for two reasons. Number one, to just have a little break and go see my mom, but also because she's kind of in the halfway point between where we are and where our storage unit is. And because it's getting so much warmer now, we need our spring and summer clothes, and also to get a few other things from the storage unit for the house. So yeah, we're just getting ready. We're packing up. We are the kind of people that when we go away, we clean and leave everything absolutely, not spotless, but
Tidy.
yeah, we leave everything really, really tidy because we love coming home to a really clean house. So Noel's stocking the wood, and then
Also, it means that I don't have to do this when we get back.
yeah,
Which is
I'm doing the litter box right now because sadly we're not bringing the cats with us since it's relatively kind of a quick trip. Just figure that they'll probably be way happier here at home. And the awesome thing about having Hannah, my best friend, as our neighbor is that she can
cat sit for each other.
yeah, we can cat sit for each other, exactly. So she's gonna take care of them while we're gone. They're outside frolicking right now because it is such a stunning day. Ridiculous how much we're bringing, but I've got a special project that I'm going to be working on while I'm there, so I have to bring a lot.
We'll see you in a few days. Yeah, and then Auntie Hannah's gonna come and take care of you.
I was like, yeah, it's fine.
I'll be here.
Still using my one-siders. They work great for me. And we're off. Love you, Mom. Love you too. Bye.
And tiny boots. And a tiny calendar. Why was this so tiny? You have such a big table though. And such big chairs. Like, what?
Day.
What?
Huh?
What? Wow.
I just like life. Like wow.
Wow, life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Mom, you're so cozy.
You are the coziest.
You know you. You're the OG.
Okay. I'm gonna put my bed away and think about tackling. Well, no, maybe I should do some somatic exercises and some meditation first. Okay. But I really want to tackle my clothes today.
Every time I talk to my friends, we talk about this interesting thing that happens where we know something, but we have a hard time incorporating it into our life. And one thing for me is that I've known for a long time that working with my body, my nervous system, my somatic system holds a key to not only living and being able to meet my life in an aligned way, but also in my healing. I can't tell you how much somatic and body-aligned work has changed my life now that I've been ready to have it. And I just thought I would share because I know a lot of us are dealing with a lot right now. And I just know that for me, feeling my feelings or talking about things, journaling, or whatever modality has really only been half of the answer, and that working with my body and somatic healing has been the other half of that answer to fully being able to process what comes up in my life or in my healing. And that doing body-centered practices really is how I fully meet my emotional body and how I move into and through the fuller spectrum of the experience.
We gotta wait for the dramatic moment. Oh my god. That's so much snow. Wow.
It's apparently supposed to snow the next 2 days.
This one's heavier. Heavier means juicier.
Yeah.
No movie. Did you get some chocolate? The other one.
We're back. And the magical shades are going up.
So part of the reason that we went to our storage unit was because I was ready for a really big project. And that project was to go through each and every single piece of clothing that I owned and to finally decide what I was ready to let go of. It was such a big project that I decided to make it its own video, which I'll be putting out pretty soon.
This one's so good.
다들 신나고 있어. 정말 다들 난리가 났을 거라고.
I woke up like 40 times last night. Thank you. Aw, thanks, Ma. Blankets are so twisted.
What?
The blankets are so twisted. I'm like a burrito now. You okay? Mom. Oh my God. Beautiful day. Okay, this is the situation. And I gotta get a move on.
Changing plans. I'm so serious when I said it like that. I'm staying an extra few days, going to the store right now to get snacks though. For a bunch of different reasons. I was so naive to think that this project of going through everything that I own was gonna be maybe not necessarily easy, but a bit just felt like my whole time here had been going through my clothes, and there was so many other things that I wanted to do by coming to these beautiful mountains and spending time with my mom. We were able to reorganize things, so now I'm going back on Friday. Anyway, I'm on my way to the store to get a snack, because what do we live for? Love and snacks. When I get back, I'm going to officially finish my clothes. It's like 99% done. But I still need to try on a few things and zip up a few things, and then I'm gonna vacuum. Oh, but I'm so close to being done. Ugh. I'm proud of myself though. I cannot believe how much I got rid of. I don't know why I'm vlogging.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a walk.
Enjoy.
Thanks, Mom.
You may want a little extra layer of protection. I mean,
Is it cold?
It was so warm this afternoon.
Always mother looking out for me. Is that better?
I would like to go with you, but I feel like I just need to kind of poop on the couch. Not poop.
You're gonna poop on the couch.
I'm gonna flop is what I meant to say. I'm gonna flop on the couch.
That sounds good. Oh, this is such a cozy jacket.
Yeah.
Okay, off I go. Enjoy plopping. All right, I'll see you soon.
Oh my gosh. Such a beautiful thing. The mountain. Oh, this place is just so beautiful. It's not very good on the phone, but okay. I'm so glad I stayed longer. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh, I don't know if this is showing up on the camera, but there's rainbows in the clouds. I've always wanted to see this. It's not very strong. It's kind of disappearing now. Oh, but over here maybe. Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh! I just got off the road and I don't know where I'm going. I'm crying already. I'm just having one of those moments where you're just so overwhelmed by the beauty of life.
Wherever you are in the world, in whatever season you're in when you're watching this, I hope that you can find the space to not rush through any part of the season that you're in. If anything, may we luxuriate in slowing down and making space to soak it in. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next week. Wherever you are in the world, I'm sending you my love.
Are you watching your Korean drama?
I just turned it on.